Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the Jeffree Star Morphe Artistry Palette. As you gorgeous people know, this is about the product, not the people behind it. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it. Oh god, I just spit. Please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. So before we hop our toned and tanned little asses into this video, I do want to let you know that I am going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a brand new Jeffree Star Morphe palette and one of the new brush sets. This is a worldwide giveaway. Anybody can enter as long as you're 18 or at least have your parents' consent. It's super easy to enter. The only real requirement is that you do have to be subscribed to this channel, and please stay subscribed. I love having you. Y'all are my friends and my family. I just love y'all to bits. But like usual, there will be a few other little nuggets that you can do to enter. They're not required, they're optional, but the more things that you do, the more chances you have to win. Oh my god, my fucking cowlick. Ugh. Anyways, good luck to everybody who's entering, and I guess just in life in general. And if you are a fan of giveaways like this, please do subscribe, because a lot of times with these more popular items, I will order 2 of them for a giveaway. And who doesn't like free shit? Plus you get to hear me swear a lot. But I am gonna review my brush set in a separate video, just because when I pair items that launch in the same collection, sometimes if they're bad, I don't know which is bad. Like, is it the brush? Is it the palette? I don't know. So I'm gonna use the brushes that I normally use with this, and then I'll use the eyeshadow that I normally use with these, just so I can give you my most accurate review. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm very, very, very excited about this palette. I don't know why, but for some reason, this feels more Jeffree Star than the actual Jeffree Star products. It does, I guess, look maybe a little bit less expensive, because to me, like, Jeffree Star products aren't luxury, but they kind of are. But just like how simple this is and so pretty, I like it. And if you know me, I am a Jeffree Star hoe. No, I do not suck dick on this channel. I will tell you how it fucking is. But for some reason, I can feel it in my testes that this is gonna be a fun palette to work with. Let me hop onto the Morphe website and we can get the specs about it. Ooh, I'm seeing the picture of it. I totally forgot what it looked like. The only time I've really seen this is when I ordered it and I just breezed through the checkout because I wanted this bitch like now. Let's see, this has 5 stars, not too bad, and it retails for 35 bucks. I really love that there's like purples and pinks and reds in here, even though I have a million of them. For some reason, at least online, it just looks really pretty. I do maybe wish that they expanded on their greens, but we'll talk more about that when I open this palette's legs and we can dive in. Okay, is there anything special that we need to know about this? The website says 30 shades that keep it 100. Okay, Morphe's rolling with this whole cringy description thing I see. This bright, fully fierce palette knows a thing or two about dominating a room with larger-than-life looks. Dive into these 30 attention-grabbing with an apostrophe shades to show what you got, mama. Oh god, already my sphincter is clenched literally as tight as it could go. Damn, well that is all we get for a description, fortunately. One thing though that is not cringy is the promo for this palette. Like, the pictures are so fucking pretty, and the video with Jeffree Star playing Beauty Killer, like spinning around with 2 of them there. Oh, I die. Fucking love it. It looks like that's pretty much all we're gonna get from the website. I guess a few of the reviews are saying that they love the colors, great price for the amount of shadows, they're all perfect. The eyeshadows are creamy, love the amount of neutral colors and colorful ones. Always very critical of makeup. I do have to say that there's some fallout with the shadows, which isn't a big deal. They're very pigmented shadows. You can build up the colors and they blend easily too. I don't really have anything against Morphe, but it is a little bit weird that they're all 5 stars, so I don't know how much I can trust that. Maybe it is all 5 stars, you never know, but this does seem like it's a very, very, very popular palette. You'd think at least one person would have something negative to say. Anyways, let's go ahead and open this little baby up. Ooh, it just is so simple. Like, I really like the fact that I could just put this in my box, throw it in my makeup bag, and go. Not that I don't like Jeffree Star's weird-ass shaped palettes, but they are a little bit difficult to store, so I can just put this on my shelf and be happy. And let's see, does it have a little plastic condom thing? Yes, it does. Oh, I'm sorry, Ron. He was like dead-ass asleep and that thing landed on him and he looked at me with a devil stare. Okay, so we have that out. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Ooh, that is very, very pretty. Now that I do see it in person, I'm seeing that, like, these are kind of all green toned, and so I'm not as upset that they didn't have more greens in here, because this does look very visually pleasing. For me, a lot of times when I first open up a palette, I'm like, oh honey, no, I want this there, I want that there, I want this right there. But this, I think it works. It seems like a typical palette where it goes from light shades all the way to dark, which I don't mind when palettes aren't like that. In fact, I kind of appreciate when they break the norm, but especially for people who may be visually impaired and can't see the palette exactly like how we see it, I do really appreciate that. Ooh, and we've got like a pressed glitter, I think. Is that a pressed glitter? Mama thinks so. Okay, so before we go ahead and do actual swatches of this, let's go ahead and do a few live swatches. I noticed in the review that they said these are very, very creamy, so let me feel. I'm very curious about Wake and Bake, so let's feel that one. It doesn't necessarily feel creamy, it just feels like a normal matte. Let's do Mogul. Again, the same thing. Super pigmented on the finger, though. Then let's pick up a shimmer. I'm really curious about Millions. That one, not necessarily creamy, but I think it is a pressed glitter. It's super, super attractive. And then one last one. Let's do, oh God, I don't know. Let's do Dog Mom. Ooh, that one is very, very creamy, but she's also a little bit powdery. I probably just picked up too much. And let's do that one right there. Super pretty. It's kind of like I don't know, like a peach sorbet. I'm hungry. Okay, let's move on to the green one right there. Very nice. And the pink one. Ooh, that one's really good. A beautiful berry. And then finally we have this pressed glitter. Let's see if the pressed glitter flies everywhere though. No, she stays on, so there we have those. There is no primer or anything, just the oils that are already on my hand. I'm really impressed, at least with these shades. Oh, I am so excited to actually swatch into a look with these bitches. You guys know the song. Are you ready? It's swatching time. All right, to start us off, we have welcome back to my channel. Oh my God, I just realized that. That is fucking ingenious. Then we have Wand Noise, Lynn, 1985, Mogul, Self-Made, and Dog Mom. And these did swatch pretty damn good, especially with no primer on my hand. I've kind of stopped using primer for these swatches because it really, really alters these. Especially the mattes. Like, it makes the shimmers look fucking amazing, but usually it turns the mattes darker and just really gives me a false reading. So, knowing that there wasn't a primer for these to stick down to, I do think they were pretty good. A few of them were really, really powdery. Not like ashy, but kind of dusty. I think there's a difference between the two. It's not like the color wasn't there, it's just that there's a lot of powder. Especially with Lynn in 1985. These more bright, vibrant ones, they were perfectly fine, so maybe it's just because they're so light. No idea. But did they swatch poorly? I don't think so. All of them look pretty good. Hold on, let me blow this. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so that did take some of the dust away. Oh, and I think they still look aight. Let's go ahead and see if any of them stained. I'm positive the pinks and purples will. I have no issue with that. I'm very, very used to it. Ooh, actually, it didn't stain my hand very bad at all. Although I'm seeing now that there's quite a bit of dead skin on my hand, so the skin may have literally just rubbed off. That's disgusting. I'm sorry about that. Let's move on and forget this ever happened. Up next, we have Honest Truth, Designer Label, Mr. Diva, Los Angeles, Pink Fleet, Calabasas, Don't Know Her, Rolls With It, Millions, Girl, and What's the Tea? And these actually swatched really, really, really fucking good. I made sure to blow off any excess before I showed these on camera, and this is what's left, and I think they look great. I mean, that one might be the slightest bit patchy, but that also might just be the way that I swatched it because it starts off looking really good. But now that we're under the deeper, more colorful mattes, they don't seem powdery or patchy or anything at all. At least not like those lighter shades did. And I just love the shit out of this glitter. Like, if you know me, I am not a glitter fan, but when glitters actually stick to the eye and you don't have it all over and find it 2 weeks later under your titty, then I am a very happy boy. And I'm hoping that maybe this is kind of like one of those, like it almost seems like it dries down. It doesn't seem like it goes on moist or anything, but it definitely sticks there. And the shimmers, of course, seem very, very pretty, so I don't really have any complaints so far. Ooh, god damn, that glitter really does stick. Like, it's not coming off with my makeup wipe. Like, I am scrubbing. Oh god, it's just spreading around. Like Polly Pocket sneezed into my hand. How the fuck am I gonna get this off? It legit is like stuck there. Oh god damn. Let's put a little oil on it. No, that's not doing anything. It is not coming off. Can you still see it? Oh my god. It's just like everywhere on my hand. Oh my goodness. Well, that's gonna suck for these last swatches, but I've gotta go over them, so whoopsie. I feel like this is what Cher's tears look like. Then finally we have Vroom Vroom Custom Rims Glam Rapids. That's very funny because he actually lives kind of down the road from me. I live in Grand Rapids. Anyways, Wake and Bake, Nate, Drive Through, Hi Dude, and Fast Lane. And these actually did swatch really damn well. I think I was most surprised about Vroom Vroom. I don't know why, but I just thought it'd be patchy, but that actually looks pretty damn good. I mean, they all look really good. I'm so sorry about all the glitter that's on there, but you can still see the shadows. They don't look patchy, at least not to me. They might be registering differently on camera, so you'll have to let me know down below what you're seeing. But from where I'm standing, they look pretty damn good. And I'm just noticing there's like a mosquito bite on my arm that I've been waving in front of y'all. Wow. Anyways, I am also testing out the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation today, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off this makeup, put that on, and I'll be right back. I'm sure way too fucking yellow because of what's new. So I will see you in just a second. Hello, beautiful bitches. We are back. I've got my Anastasia foundation on. It's actually not nearly as yellow as I thought it was gonna be, so yay for that. My eyes are all primed and ready to go, so let's go ahead and dive into this palette. I have no idea what kind of a look I'm wanting to do today. I feel like a lot on this channel we've used like pinks and purples and reds, but I'm really drawn to these greens right here. But I kind of want to see if maybe we could combine like the purples, the pinks, and the greens. I am going to try to do a big extravagant cut crease. It probably won't be that great, but make sure your strap-on is tied on tightly because we are going to fuck this look up in a good way. So I think to start everything out, maybe let's lighten the lid up a bit. So I'm going to take some of my, on this fluffy brush, we're just going to tap off the excess, and I'm going to take that all over the eye from lid to brow. That isn't doing a whole lot, but hopefully it'll kind of even things out. All right, so that is pretty. It's not my favorite light pink in the world. Like, I have used some really good ones, and this, it's just okay. Like, you do kind of have to use a lot and really build it up. But in the end, we got there, so I guess that's really all that matters. God, there's still glue on my eyelashes from last week's filming. That sounds very sanitary. Next, even though I probably am going to cover it up with some concealer, I'm going to go in with Mogul. Ooh, damn, she got some kickback, but that's okay. As long as it doesn't fall out on my eye, I really don't care. But I'm going to take this and kind of pack it on the lid, just like that. And I'm going to go from the back of the lid all the way to the front and just really press it in there. Ooh, that is lovely. Very pretty kind of berry shade. And there is a little bit of fallout underneath my eyes, but it kind of looks like the kind of fallout where you can just dust it away. So I'm just gonna leave it there and not like wipe it in or anything. I'm gonna be super careful. But she does seem to be packing on quite nicely. The slightest bit patchy from what I can see. Maybe it would be better to apply this to like a really tacky lid. But you can see, like, especially right there, it's not the most pigmented thing in the world, at least not when laying it down like this. Is it so bad that I don't want to use it? No, not at all. But is it perfect? No. The only thing is that this is an artistry palette, which I'm assuming would mean that it's made for like makeup artists to put in their makeup bag. And if every shadow in here isn't like a winner, that does kind of deter me from wanting to use it on other people, because I will totally forget which shadows in here are really killer and which aren't. And I don't think this color is bad. I just don't know that it's good enough to use on somebody who's like paying me to do their makeup. Not that anybody pays me to do their makeup, I'm just saying. Anyways, now that we have that on, with this tiny little ass pencil brush, I'm gonna dip into Pink Fleet, and I'm gonna slowly start to blend those edges out. See, I haven't done anything on this eye, and I don't know if you can see it, but like right where my eyelid stops, where my crease starts, the shadow is kind of missing. It's like a big bald spot there. I don't know where the hell it went, but it did not stay on my eyelid. It's floating around me somewhere, but it ain't there. So I don't know if maybe this is one of those palettes where you cannot lay down a powder over your whole eye to set that primer. That's what I normally do, and typically I don't have any issues. Like, the colors that I use in other palettes usually show up and hold pretty well. Yeah, even after blending it out and like reapplying it, like it almost looks like eyeliner right there, and then it's totally missing in the middle, and then you can see that purple that I just blended out right there. So that is just kind of weird to me. I guess to try and cover that up as best I can, let's go in with Self-Made. Maybe we can apply that to the lid, and we'll place that right there. Oh my god, that is such a pretty color. I love that. And with this, once it's on, I'm just gonna lightly blend it up the crease line back and forth. That shadow to me is a lot better than that first one. Like, it is actually sticking on. The pigment is beautiful. The color is awesome, and it blends out like effortlessly. I love that color. Oh shit. And I don't know what you're seeing on camera. Maybe it looks totally different to you, but in person, that kind of missing patchiness is totally gone, or at least less. Again, it's not a perfect shadow, but compared to those first ones that we used, this is like a definite step up. Just for shit, let's go into back. I'm just gonna take a teeny tiny bit of that and blend it right here near my brow, just to lighten and soften that up a bit, because I did go kind of high with that pink. I was really fucking excited. I'll clean that area up later when I do my my brows. See, but now I kind of wish there was like a Barney purple in here because then I would put that on my crease. This on camera does look very, very purple, but it's more of like a fuchsia and I want kind of like a grape. So I'm gonna do something that I very, very rarely do and dip for just a second into another palette. This is just like a purpley grape color. And I'm gonna very lightly place that in the crease line and then blend that out with that Jeffree Star pink that we used before. I'm gonna dip back into Self-Made and just go over that back and forth. I just needed a little bit of purple in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this crease with some Krylon white. And I just Googled green and pink cut crease and a beautiful one from Chloe Hearts just popped up. So I'm gonna try to attempt that. I mean, hers is so much prettier than anything I'll be able to do, but we can at least try. I do have to say though, I really appreciate the size of this mirror on here. That is so fucking handy. Okay, I don't know that I have the lid space to do a double cut crease, so maybe I'll do like one little swoopy down there. Oh, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it with a one little swoopy because I just don't have room for that. But yeah, at least we got this far. Well, shit, those two sides look nothing alike, but whatever. While the Krylon is still on the tackier side, let's add the green. Do I want the bright green or the swamp green? Like, ooh, choices. Ooh, fuck. I think I want the bright one. So let's dip into this. And I'm just gonna start placing it on there and really, really packing it on. Ooh, I think I need a bigger brush for this. Oh yes, there we go. I do kind of want to go over this though with a shimmer. So maybe I'll use one of these lighter shimmers on top of this. Ooh, or that gold glitter. Ooh. Either way though, I am back to using this little tinier brush because I feel like I can be a bit more precise with it and really get into all the nooks and crannies. But the moisture from the Krylon that I laid down is kind of fucking up with the color, which is why I don't like to use primers when I swatch. Like if you notice where it's directly on the Krylon, it turned a dark color, which is very, very typical for mattes. And then it's a lighter green where it's kind of laying on top of the green that's on the Krylon. So it's a little bit finicky to work with. Oh my god, I just tried to put some Mogul down right here on the outer corner to kind of darken it up and blend in with that green. And look at what it did. Oh my god, that is very, very messy. So let me take a little bit more of that green and just try cleaning this up. I'm not sure now what to put on the outer corner because that looks very dorky. Maybe we can pack on some Self-Made. I don't know. Blend that out on the edge right there and really wing it out. Ooh, my, she looking rough. So let me try to hide some of that roughness by placing a shimmer over that green. I'm gonna get a nice flat fluffy-ish brush, damp with some Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day. And let's go into Glam Rapids and place that right over the green. Maybe that'll kind of help give it some life. My god, now I just look like a Christmas tree ornament that got eaten up and shit out by a cat. Oh fuck, I don't know what to do because that wet brush was making it really, really dark. Like, see how black that looks? But now a dry brush, it has nothing to stick to, so it's not like going on. This look kind of went from something that would typically be pretty kind of easy-ish to do to like, it's really difficult. And I don't know if it's the palette's fault, if it's my fault, if somewhere I just went wrong. I don't know, but this is like a lot of work for something that normally probably wouldn't be this difficult. I mean, we will make it work, it'll look good, but to get there, it's just, whew, it's kind of a fucking chore. Like, it's kind of difficult to be artistic with an artistry palette when it's this hard to work with. And we have only used a very small fraction of the number of shadows that are in here, so this palette still could be amazing, but the colors that I would reach for, I've really not been impressed so far. Oh, but you know what? If you really saturate this brush in setting spray and really go into that pigment, it creates almost like a paint that is beautiful. So maybe that's just the key, because on its own, the shimmer honestly is not the easiest to work with. But when it creates that kind of paint, like, ooh, honey. And then just for shits, I really want to see how Millions acts. And I tried putting it on this little brush, but nothing is picking up, so maybe it needs sprayed too. That kind of helped, but I do just want to like pack it on this outer little wing because you can't really see it that great. Yeah, that that is not doing a whole lot. Maybe instead, why don't I take it with this brush that I used with that shimmering green and just dip in there? Oh, maybe not. It's like getting a really weird texture. I guess I'll take whatever is on the brush and just like put it right there. I can't tell if that's doing anything, if that was a good choice or a bad choice, or it just is what it is. Well, it's too late to turn back now, so let's keep doing it. I don't think it looks bad. It just isn't as cool as it is when it's swatch. I kind of thought it was gonna be like one of those glitter eyeliners, but no. Maybe you have to apply it with your finger, I don't know. So that is probably as good as I'm gonna get it. I really was hoping for like glitter out here, just because you kind of lose this wing thing, and I don't have that many colors to deepen this outer part up with. I mean, in person, it looks kind of weird. Not that there's anything wrong with weird, but it's just not quite what I was hoping for. The thing about collaborations is you kind of are used to one thing from a brand, and then when that brand collaborates with somebody like Morphe, and that product doesn't perform as well as like Jeffree's products normally do, it's really difficult not to compare this to Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Because to me, if this were like a totally Jeffree palette, I probably wouldn't have had as many issues, but because Morphe is usually very good quality but still affordable, it doesn't really... I don't know. Let's wipe the fallout off. Okay, I have got to give up. This look, it's so ugly. Like, I am not happy with this at all. I don't know if it's my little swoopy thing, if it's the way that the colors like react with each other or what, but I need to wipe this off, somehow not messing up my foundation, and like redo this. Oh my god, this fucking gold won't come off. Oh, that actually looks better than it did before. Oh my god, look at that. I'm gonna have to fucking redo my foundation that I'm testing now. Holy shit, I have literally just spent 15 minutes using makeup wipes right in this area trying to get all of this off and still salvage whatever's left of my foundation. Look at this. Oh my god, I cannot get it off. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that it sticks so well, but fuck. So I'm gonna have to start all over with my makeup. I'm gonna take this Gerard Cosmetics makeup removing balm. I was literally like 6 hours into this wear time test for the foundation. Normally I have no problems like this, but this time I'm gonna remove everything and go in with a few shadows and then put on the foundation and do the wear time test then. But as I was trying to scrub this off, I was thinking like, what the hell? I have got to be crazy or like using these colors incorrectly for thinking that they're kind of like patchy and not super easy to work with. So I did something that like I never do, which is look up reviews on like smaller channels. Those seem to be the channels that kiss less ass, and they actually had the same problems. So we are gonna give this one more time because I do really want to give this a fair chance. But so far, if you're thinking that this is gonna be like a dupe for Jeffree Star Cosmetics, do not even think that. Like, there are no similarities whatsoever. This is very Morphe. Not that there's anything wrong with Morphe, like they have some of my all-time favorite palettes, but this one, I don't know what is wrong with me or it or what is happening. All right, so as much makeup as I could remove is off, and my hands are really glittery. You probably can't see that. That is never coming off. I'm pretty sure it's embedded into my skin. Oh my god, my face looks like a disco ball fucked a headlight. It's like glitter and really bright glitter. Oh my god. Like, do you see all the glitter that is now all over my face? What the hell? I'm so excited about this. Jeffree Star probably hates the shit out of me. Okay, so let's start this again. I'm gonna start with my eye primer. This time I'm gonna go in with a different one. The last time I used the one that I always use and I love, that was the NYX little primer pot or whatever it's called. So now I'm just gonna take this Milk Makeup Luminous Blur Stick and put that on my eye. I've used this before. It's not bad or anything. I just really like the NYX one because it has pigment to it and really evens everything out. But this little baby does a fabulous job as well, so maybe we'll have better luck with it. And I am getting it all over so that there is no room for patchiness, and if it is patchy, we know it's not the primer. I cannot wait to edit this to see if like somewhere I went wrong, because I just have such a hard time believing that something could be this difficult to work with. And I know I did combine weird ass colors. It just seems like there's a lot of finagling that you have to do with this palette. So this time with a fresh clean base with different primer on, I am not going to set it with that light powder like I I did before. I'm gonna go in just like I did that first time with Mogul on the same exact brush. I'm gonna tap any excess off, and we're going to set that. Oh my god, there is so much glitter on my face. Hopefully you can't see it, but it is very distracting to me. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna pack that on my eyelid right there, and I'll just keep dipping it in and packing it on just like I did. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. It is going on very, very pigmented, super duper pretty in color, but it's doing that thing where because it's going on a primer like directly, it's getting darker around the edges, and it's just really, really a lot of different colors going on. But we'll lay it down and see if anything happens. I don't know. I mean, it is certainly a really pretty color, like you gotta give it that, but the color is really only half the battle. Like if it doesn't perform well, then it's kind of like a useless shadow no matter how pretty it is. But one thing that's nice about putting it directly onto this primer is that there is no fallout, so yay for that. And I don't think it's really pulling up in the crease as bad as it was before. Like it was obvious that there was some serious patchiness before, and there is patchiness still here, but it's not as bad. I think it's workable. So I'm going to take this Morphe M433 brush and dip into Self-Made. And I'm going to gently smoke the edges out back and forth going towards the brow. Ooh, that is very pretty. Maybe the key is to not set this with powder, which like I said before is something that I normally do and never have an issue with. So maybe this palette is just a little bit different. Then I'm going to blend those top edges out with some My. See, even though now it is really pigmented, it's really kind of difficult to blend out because it's so sticky. Like once it's on there, like it is not blending around. And so the best I can do is just try to cover it up with something light. See, like normally I would have only put my shadow up to right there and it would have only gone to right there. But because I had to put it on that sticky ass primer, it just kept spreading. It's like herpes when I was in high school. I wonder what it would be like if I put maybe like some Honest Truth in the crease. Maybe try a little bit of a different color there. It kind of seems like it's not really doing anything. Now my whole eye is just really pink. Let's try a whole new approach entirely. Let's go in with some Vroom Vroom. This is not a color that I would typically use, but we've already fucked up this far, so if it gets any worse, it's okay. That is super splotchy. I'm not sure if it's because it's going over something else. That could totally be. Okay, so I've placed Vroom Vroom on the eyelid and kind of smoked it up just ever so slightly. I am gonna smoke it out with a little bit more pink, but I don't know if you can see it. Maybe it just does not layer up well at all, but I have been trying to like pack this on as best I can, and it's just super splotchy. Let me keep applying more and more, but I've literally dipped into this like 10 times. I think the color is beautiful though. Like this isn't something that I would have typically reached for, but I'm loving it. But it's just like these shadows don't want to layer on top of each other very well. Okay, so I think that's probably as saturated as I'm gonna get that. I kind of feel like this needs black or something on the lids. It's almost like it started off black, but it's like the end of the night and it's faded to this. So let's step into Fast Lane, and I'm just gonna place that right here on the lid. Ooh, and that black is really, really good. A lot of times when you're doing a black smoky eye like this, you have to apply the black and then blend it out, and then what you blended out turned really ashy, and so you have to go and apply even more black. But because we added Vroom Vroom, it kind of made it so we don't have to blend that black out. I like it. And then for the lower lash, I'm gonna start by smoking out Self-Made, and I'm pretty much just gonna do the exact same thing as what I did on the top. I'd love to use even more colors, but honestly, I'm too fucking scared to at this point. And just for shits, let's go in with some Calabasas. Oh, that's a pretty combination. Some MAC black liner on the waterline. And because we're doing like a full black smoky eye, I also like to take this on the upper waterline, and this is the easiest way for me to do it. Plus it gets like both at the same time. And it tickles the eyeball. Ooh, and I'm gonna go back and smoke that black out with a little bit more Calabasas. And here we are with the final look. I actually really like it. Like it's kind of edgy and dark and glamorous. Of course it's pink and purple because why wouldn't it be? But this palette, I have some feelings about it. Not all of them are bad, but certainly not all of them are good. I did do a few things off camera. Most of them don't really matter, but when I ended up putting 2 on the black and on the inner corner, it actually totally removed the black that I had laid down, and so I ended up putting some of my own highlighter on there. It's the same one that I'm wearing, and I think that really added to the look in a positive way. And so even though the first look was really a fuck up, this one I like it. But this palette, okay. This little bitch was very, very difficult to work with. I don't know if it was me, if it was the colors. There's so many different factors here that I really can't give you a definitive answer on whether or not this is a good palette, but I can at least tell you the things that I like and dislike about it. So, the biggest thing that I hate about this palette is that it's called an artistry palette, and to me that means that if you're an artist, you should be able to pick this up and without worry be able to express yourself totally. With this palette, you can literally never do that. Unless you're wanting to really finagle these shadows, then I don't know that I would actually recommend this for an artist. It's pretty to look at, but oh my god, this thing is so difficult to work with. Like, I have the Morphe 35B palette, which is now called the James Charles palette, and I love the 35B. Like, they all blend out so nicely. They're really easy to work with, and so when I saw these bright colors, I kind of thought they'd be the same, especially because Jeffree Star had a hand in it, but that could not be further from the truth. Like, I hate shit talking, but I have to be honest with you. And this is more of a pain in the ass to work with than a joy. And that makes me so sad because I have been looking forward to reviewing this for so long, like probably more than anything that I've reviewed recently. So I was going into this with very high hopes. And it could just be that my techniques were wrong, that I used the wrong primer or brushes, but I mean, we did 2 looks. It's just this one I actually finished. And though I love this look, I probably have 30 palettes sitting over there that I could create this same look with, and probably a lot easier too. And so the good things about this palette, I think the color story is so magnificent, even just to look at. Oh, it's like breathtaking. I think that if you do want to get this palette and work with it, then you do have a lot to work with, and I think you can make it work. It's just gonna take a lot more than it would with any other palette, and personally I would rather have to pull from like 3 other palettes that are really good in quality than have all of these semi-okay ones in one palette. This has nothing to do with Jeffree Star or Morphe because separately I adore them. Like, Jeffree Star palettes are so good. This is nothing like a Jeffree Star palette. And honestly, I have like a whole row of palettes dedicated to Morphe right there. They're what I pull whenever I do somebody else's makeup. But this, I don't even know that I want to keep this because truthfully, I don't think I would reach for this again. It's just too difficult to try to remember, oh, was this color patchy? Was this color patchy? Did this blend out? Did this apply nicely? Like, to me, it's just not worth it. But I do think the shimmers are really, really pretty. If you like these shimmers, then totally go for it, except for this glitter. Oh my god. This glitter is still underneath my foundation. This is like 5 pumps of foundation, and I can still see it speckling underneath there. And I mean, I have pressed glitters that perform really, really well, but this, honey, is not one of them. The other shimmers I really didn't have a problem with, and I especially loved this greenish one down here. When I mixed it with setting spray, it became like a paint. It was so beautiful. But the mattes just don't layer up together nicely. It's almost like borderline kids makeup, which I hate saying, but that's kind of like what it is. Like, unless you're gonna finesse the fuck out of this isn't something that I'd fuck around with. The packaging, though, is cute. The color story is great. I love Jeffree. I love Morphe, but this is not getting me wet. And I don't think it's because of these shadows. I'm pretty sure it's because I rubbed that glitter around with my makeup wipe, but they burn like fuck. Like, my lids actually hurt like they were cut into or something. I didn't really get a chance to try the more nude shades. I feel like they're probably great because Morphe does a fabulous job with like the naked shades, and they normally do a good job with the colorful shades too, but I guess not now. So do I recommend this? I can't fairly recommend it because I'm just like a normal consumer and I had a really hard time with it, so I can't promise that other people wouldn't either. If you're a professional makeup artist and you really know your way around blending things and working with shadows that might not be the best, then yeah, try it. But I really think you could do better either with a different Morphe palette or just getting a Jeffree palette. But this just doesn't feel like Jeffree Star quality or Morphe quality for that matter. It's a bummer when the packaging and the promos are better than the actual product. With that being said though, that's just my opinion. You might have a totally different outcome with it, so I'm super excited about the giveaway. I'm really glad to be able to give somebody else the chance to try to work with this and see what they create. And I'm also super pumped to test out the brushes and give those away. So like I said, the link to that is down below. Oh, fuck. Nah, at least my highlighter's popping. Fuck yeah. Okay, well anyways, there you go. Please leave your comments down below. I'm super curious to see what everybody says about this. Like always, please spread the love down there in a positive way. I always love seeing your conversations. And please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplex.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplex.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!